Have you ever noticed, seen, heard of, or heard whispers of any type of language or symbols apparent on these craft?
Yes.
If I show you a picture, can you confirm or deny?
It depends.
Can I try?
Sure.
Hey, what is up, guys? Welcome back. It's your boy, Skinny Penis, right? Guys, today we're gonna have a really great video. We're gonna be talking about Luis Elizondo again. He's been in the news quite a bit. We're gonna be covering every angle, so subscribe, notifications on. But in conclusion, you can see he's talking about some real shit. He's talking about alien symbols. We've heard a lot of rumors and whispers about there being symbols on the egg-shaped craft or object that is referred to by Jake Barber and many other figures. So I wonder what these symbolisms mean. When you talk to Diana Pasolka or any of those figures, they say it has some sort of power and it breaks into this interdimensional luck of sorts. Also space agencies, NASA, all these insignias, apparently if it's not favored, they won't get to space. So that's a really weird term that we're going to be looking at in general. Guys, what a time to be making this type of content and enjoying this kind of content. So make sure you stay around, comment, like, share. That helps the absolute most. And I appreciate the fuck out of you guys, okay? Yeah, we're building the best community right now, and we're trying to get 500 subs. We're doing daily uploads. Stay till the end, because the best parts are there, as always. And without further ado, grab your snacks, grab your popcorn, because we're going to be getting into it, okay? So,
have you seen, heard, or know of any other egg-type crafts at ATIP?
Yes.
You have?
Yep.
More than one?
Boy. Yes. There's a story I'm dying to tell you. Hopefully I can get clearance at some point to say it.
That has to do with this?
It has to do with egg-shaped vehicles, yeah.
Have you ever noticed, seen, heard of, or heard whispers of any type of language or symbols apparent on these craft?
Yes.
If I show you a picture, can you confirm or deny?
It depends.
Can I try?
Sure. I'm going to put my old man glasses on. For the record, this is gray and not blonde, so I'm an old dude. I need as much help as I can get.
This is an image. This is zoomed in. Now someone has taken the liberty of pointing some of these symbols out and saying that there is some type of resemblance to this language.
This is really interesting. When I was at the Pentagon, I spent considerable time researching ancient script and hieroglyphics and symbology and even cuneiform, and to see if there was any similarity on what was seen on the outside of these vehicles, which appeared to be some sort of glyph or rune, if you will. I'm not familiar with this actual one, but
you are familiar with
absolutely
there being symbols on the outside of the craft.
Yeah, which by the way is significant. That means something.
okay, goddamn. So it means something, guys. Obviously, it fucking means something, right? What do you think it means personally, guys? Everybody has a take, so I'd love to hear yours. So the serious Redditors investigations, okay, there's been some real investigations by a lot of people in the Reddit and 4chan specifically, communities, right? They're mapping out these insignias, etc., trying to make sense of them, trying to get them digitized, trying to like study them. And Lou obviously mentioning these ancient texts he was studying, having some connection, reminds me of Great Reset terms like polar shifts, humanity starting over, all this weird shit, and wording and symbols having some sort of power, you know, of some kind. It's really fascinating.
So here's the, I'll turn it around you, but so here's the field, you know, and you can see the in the field you can see this big trench has been dug, you know, all the way down through the center of the field with the dirt all turned up around it like this. And here's the craft. The craft is like this, and it's like this, this whole classic flying saucer just stuck into the side of this embankment like this, right? And it's skidded all the way across this field, and all along here, right along here, about the bottom of the saucer, you could see these symbols, and they were like this. They were like.
So it didn't really look like anything you'd ever seen.
No, there was nothing. It was I'd never seen anything like this, you know. And they were like this, with these little dots and dashes and little like U-shaped things with dots like that. And they were it was all along the bottom here where you could see it. So I traced them absolutely in the exact order, because I said this is going to be really important to have them be absolutely verbatim what there's there and in the exact order that they're in, because sometime we're going to be able to help figure out what this is saying, right? But I knew it was nothing. It wasn't Russian. It wasn't Chinese. It wasn't Hindu or Indian. It wasn't hieroglyphics or anything. And so I copied these down. And then I closed the yellow pad, right, like this, and I put it put the microfiche back into the little canister, put it back in the box, and tied it back up, put it in there, and got up, put on my jacket, and put the yellow pad back under my arm, like this, and just turned around and walked out.
So Danny Sheehan, an absolute madman, walked out with this stuff, and he must have really been fucking stressed out when he was trying to do this. He could have gotten in such big shit, and maybe he still can. How is he admitting this, right? All very weird, but Danny Sheehan is a very notable man in the ufology community, and he was hired by many people before. He has a few famous cases, so he's a real legal expert, and he's the lawyer of Luis Elizondo, I believe, and he's had some to say about this as well. And it's interesting to see these overlap, and we got to put those puzzle pieces together, right? Danny Sheehan, I think he's going to be coming out with a lot more stuff to say, so guys, stay till the end, because it gets fucking crazy.
But yeah, we looked at that at ATIP as wondering if there's some sort of intent that we can glean from script.
Because you were aware of craft that had script on it.
And not just me. No, there's a lot of history. It's pretty undeniable at this point that
was it written or engraved in these crafts?
No, it was engraved. It wasn't written.
Did it look not too dissimilar from what I just showed you?
Yeah, much more precise than that, actually. I mean, there's no doubt about what you showed me there is someone's interpretation of what could be either script or it could be just scratches and the ablative process of. It was
very blatant.
Oh yeah, like
clear.
Looking at that,
yeah.
It's like, hey, that's there for an intended purpose.
You've seen these on egg crafts?
Let me do a polite pass on that. It was on a different craft, but the egg craft is something that is people are now just saying, oh, this is a new form of UFO. No, it's not. Mm-hmm. We've been and not just us. There are people. If the story ever comes out, we have been dealing with this shape for a long time. It's not new. People think it's new. It is not at all. In fact, there's some very interesting intelligence information about that. I cannot go into any detail. I'm very hopeful that information will probably come out soon enough. Not by me, but some scientists who actually research some of this stuff. Yeah. And it is not new to our intelligence community either.
I wish someone would ask Lou what his thoughts on Jake Barber is and all that. Especially the egg-shaped craft. Like, he has shown him an egg-shaped craft, but he has not spoken, to my knowledge, of Jake Barber specifically, right? And that's a bit odd. I want to get all these people together and see what the fuck happens. And you guys remember how, what's that place where that volcano came out and like destroyed a whole ass civilization, village, etc. And these scrolls that were preserved, that were unreadable to people, but AI managed to read them even when they were closed. So that's insane technological developments that we're making. So these ancient languages and unciphered languages, etc., all these fucking things, right? It should be unencryptable, especially with Willow, Google's new quantum chip, and all this new technology coming out. How easy should it be to be able to make sense of almost anything that is in existence? We just got to feed it to a smart algorithm that's constantly improving. This is the worst AI will be ever, only going up. So it's going to be exciting times, guys. Make sure you subscribe, because we're going to be covering all of it, and we're so happy to do so.